wanted. Follow the simple and fun steps of these new award-winning 1-hour videos and DVDs and train your retriever, pointing dog, and family pet. By combining the time-tested methods of Richard A. Wolters with the newest proven techniques of today's professional dog trainers, you take the confusion out of dog training. Water Dog, the Bible for training waterfowl retrievers. It is, according to experts, simply the best waterfowl training video ever made.
Fetch.
This acclaimed 82-minute guide teaches you how to have a well-trained retriever in a few short months. Field and Stream magazine exclaims, "This one does it all. I can't imagine a better training video. It's easy, practical, and effective." Game Dog, for the basic retriever in upland and waterfowl hunting. This 60-minute top-quality video shows you how to have a sporting dog who is skilled in both upland and waterfowl hunting. Field and Stream magazine states, "The best video for the hunter who wants a reliable working dog and the pleasure to train it for himself." Family Dog, a foolproof guide to turn your dog into a first-class member of your family. In 63 entertaining minutes, let Family Dog show you how to have a trained dog in simple, easy steps. The Washington Times praises, "Take 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the afternoon, and in 16 weeks, you'll have a well-trained animal." Gun Dog, for the complete pointing dog. Gun Dog shows you how to have the trained pointing dog you have always wanted. Taking only a few minutes each day, let this 61-minute video take all the frustration out of upland dog training. The Washington Times says, "The name Richard A. Wolters means the best there is or was. Drop everything and get this video." Top Dog, electronic training for the advanced retriever for upland and waterfowl hunting. Ducks Unlimited magazine exclaims, "Top Dog is the best video I've seen on the proper use of the electronic collar." Top Dog teaches both waterfowl and upland hunting and is a must for field trialers and hunt testers. Top Dog 2, the ultimate electronic guide for the advanced retriever for hunting and field competition. Ducks Unlimited magazine says, "Top Dog 2 teaches a sporting dog to realize its maximum potential as a finished retriever." Top Dog Book, the companion 179-page book to all of our videos from Globe Pequot Press. This is the new Bible in hardcover that lets you see in written word what our videos and DVDs show you. Use it for reference when training in the field. Over 100 illustrations show you the simple steps that take your 7-week-old pup to an advanced hunting machine. Top Dog the book goes further than previous methods, providing advanced information on training retrievers to their highest level of ability, says Ducks Unlimited magazine. Do you want to train your dog the easiest and quickest way? Get these 6 acclaimed videos or DVDs and have the well-trained dog of your dreams. To order, go to your favorite outdoor store or catalog or call 1-800-310-4418 or order online at www.familydogs.com. Take the confusion out of training your dog. All major credit cards or checks accepted. From the producers of the legendary videos of Richard A. Wolters comes the most realistic duck hunting game ever made. Now, for the first time, you can duck hunt year-round from the comfort of your home and learn to train your virtual dog to hunt at the same time. With this new PC video game, Top Dog, Hunting and Retrieving Ducks, you choose and train your retriever, shoot the wild ducks, and guide your dog to retrieve those ducks, just like real duck hunting. No other game is like this. See real duck hunting movies during play. Choose from 6 real duck hunting preserves in North America. Highest scores. Choose your camo, gun, and decoys. Select from 3 levels of difficulty. Your virtual dog is like a real dog. He must be trained.
Bye.
He can see birds in view but not blinds. He gets tired and must be rested. Top Dog is a game for the whole family. Sports Afield magazine exclaims, Top Dog is a blast. Guns and Gear magazine says, Top Dog is a tool serious hunters shouldn't be without. Vulcan Outdoors says, Top Dog offers die-hard waterfowlers an intense, realistic duck hunting experience. Now you can duck hunt all year long. Don't wait. Order Top Dog now. To order, see your favorite outdoor store or catalog, or call 1-800-310-4418, or order online at www.familydogs.com. Only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. All major credit cards accepted.
They're a team, you know. Right now, man and dog are speaking exactly the same language. It may look simple. The man gives the orders and the dog follows, but like any team, it takes a lot of working together to make a complex event look so simple. They're just playing, these two, but that's how they've always been, buddies. This is Charles Journey and his dog, Allie. Charlie's one of the most respected trainers in the business. He trains Allie with techniques proven by Richard Wolters over the last 30 years. Today, the dog retrieves a bumper. Soon it'll be duck season. She'll have a real bird in her mouth. Charlie, Allie, and some other retrievers are going to show you how Richard's ideas can help train your dog. Richard modified and expanded his techniques over the years. But one of the fundamentals was always make the dog part of the family. You're about to learn how one dog can be trained for two distinct roles. Around the house, he's a pet. With Dad, he's a master hunting retriever. Watch what he can do. If you follow the steps in this videotape, you'll have a skilled retriever by the time he's 1 year old. We'll start at the beginning, bringing home a puppy, and end with a dog you'll be proud to have in the blind or quartering a field. Apply what you're about to see, and you'll save time and frustration for both you and your dog.
This video is about hunting dogs. The working breeds have many uses. We're going to teach you one thing in this, and that's how to train your dog to be a good hunting dog. Let me explain what a hunting dog does. They chase game and follow scent. This is something that their parents, their grandparents, and their great-grandparents have always done. If you hunt a dog, you're going to keep the edge on that heritage to chase game and follow scent.
Breaking off on my end.
All right, Brad, I think he's two on the right. I think he's two on the right. Let's take him. This tape is going to be for the person who wants to enjoy his dog as a hunter, but may not have the time nor energy to go to all the hard work needed for a field trial dog, or maybe even a hunt test dog. But that's not to say you can't go on and play these games after you finish this training. The main thing we're trying to give you here is a dog that you can enjoy having as a hunter. I'm a professional trainer. I used to own a pharmacy until my hunting dogs got me started on my second career. I started out the same way you are. Went out and bought me a puppy and some of Richard Wolters' books. Now, Richard was a strong advocate of natural training. That is, training that's more like a game than a strict set of rewards and punishments. Here, pup. These guys come with a lot of genes that make them want to retrieve. Our job is to wake those genes up. We want to nurture that desire to chase game. Natural training is all about understanding how dogs learn. Now, they come with a built-in desire to please, and that's why we domesticated them eons ago. But learning to learn is not built in. We have to instill that through training, and we're going to show you a step-by-step way to go. But before we get started, I want to show you where all of this training is going. This is Grandmaster Retriever, Working Retriever, Rawls Southland Duck Soup, better known as Duck. He was trained by Olive and Richard Wolters. He's going to show you what a good retriever can do. We're going to break the jobs down into the simplest terms to make it easy for you to understand what we're trying to accomplish. Now, a good retriever needs to have 3 basic commands in them: sit, stay, and come. We're going to base all of our other training on those 3 commands of sit, stay, and come. Here's an example. Let's go, Duck. Hunt him up. Hunt him up. Hunt him up. Hunt him up. Good boy. You want to work the dog no further out than gun range. We only use the sit, stay, and come commands. Hunt him up. Hunt him up. Keep the dog close enough to where we could hunt without him going out and flushing a bird outside of shotgun range. Hunt him up. Good boy. When he gets out too far, we'll bring him back with come around. Hunt him up. Hunt him up. Good boy, Duck. Hunt him up. Hunt him up. Or we can use the whistle to bring him back in. Hunt him up. Hunt him up. Always want to keep the dog under control and keep him in range. And a duck blind, the dog's going to have to sit and stay. She can't go rushing out the first time we stand up and shoot. That would be very unsafe for her, and she won't be able to see the birds fall as well. She might miss a second bird that comes down. Therefore, she must learn to sit and stay at heel. Heel. Out.
I want to see this. Come here, boy.
Selecting the right puppy is important for good training. But don't shut off this tape if you already have a dog. There's plenty in here for you. There's nothing like seeing the parents of a litter work, but you can't always arrange that. Though you can get some idea of the working history of a bloodline by looking at your prospective new family member's pedigree. Certificates from the North American Hunting Retriever Association, NARA, are a good way to judge if a dog is a working hunter rather than a show dog. When these NARA ratings appear on pedigrees, it's your way of knowing if a pup comes from proven hunting stock.
Hey, give me the puppy.
No.
All right, don't worry, girls.
He's the cutest
Yeah, I think
little
he's a
puppy.
hit.
I think he's going to be spending a lot of time with us.
Yeah. Okay.
It's no accident that we're going to begin this video on training by talking about puppies. Now, Richard Wolters learned a very important principle from the animal behavior researchers years ago, and that was start training early. And by early, we mean 7 weeks, or to be more precise, on the 49th day. At this time, these guys are ready to go home, they're weaned from their mother, and they're just about ready to form the strongest bond of their life. You're going to be the one to take their mother's place. You're going to provide them with food, companionship, and love. If you start training a dog that's not been with you from puppyhood, you may have serious problems. The dog already has a mind of its own. You may be able to train it, but it will be harder on both of you. A young brain, whether it's a child's or a dog's, is like a sponge. It's ready and willing to soak up all the information it can get. But if a pup's stuck in a kennel, he's not going to get socialized. And a pup that stays in the kennel for up to 16 weeks will probably never accept training from man. It's really important to get this pup out of the kennel and into the house immediately. Now's the time to take him for a ride in the car, to the grocery store, down to the gun club. Let him get used to hearing the shotguns go off. But no 2 of these guys mature at the same rate. So how do you pick one? All the animals that live in a family structure develop what we call a pecking order. And that starts with competition for food and warmth. You're going to have one guy at one end of the spectrum who's going to be tough little cookie. He's going to climb in there and get all the food and push everybody else out of the way. On the other side, you're going to have the little pup that's always getting trot over, and she's going to shy away to keep from being hurt. Now the bull, he's going to be real tough to train because of that strong head he's got. And the wallflower, she might be just a little bit too passive to accept training. So which one do we pick? Probably the second or third in line would be the best pick. Now you got to think about something else, and that's whether you want a little boy or a little girl. And that's up to you, chocolate or vanilla. One consideration is that female probably is going to have a heat cycle twice a year. And a lot of times it's hard to go hunting with a female when she's having that heat cycle. For most hunters, pup's also going to be a family pet. So we want to make sure and bring the kids along when it's time to pick out the pup. He's going to be a new member of the family. And socializing him into the family will be a very big part of his training.
Cute little puppy eyes. You like the two, don't you?
Okay, girls. Here we are.
Training starts the moment the pup gets home. The dog's mom and dad gave him his fine nose and instinct to hunt. Now, you're going to teach him control. If he learns as a pup, he'll keep right on learning the rest of his life.
So you've got this little ball of black fur home with you now. He's 7 weeks old and ready for the real world now, ready for the world of people. We get him inside, we want to restrict him to maybe one area. Something like your kitchen would be good. And if you've got hardwood floors, you want to put down newspapers on those floors. Now he's going to start to bond to you very quickly because you're the one that's giving him 3 squares a day and a warm place to sleep. His castle's going to be his crate, and we don't want anything bad to ever happen to him while he is in that crate. Never use your crate for punishment. We want to develop a pup that's got a lot of self-esteem. Life's not going to be a bowl of cherries here. Pup's going to have to accept discipline right off the bat. He must understand that barking and biting are not going to be accepted in this household. He needs to understand no, and if he doesn't, he's going to lose a little bit of his freedom. He may fuss for a while. Ultimately, though, he'll accept the situation and regain his freedom. While this tape's not about housebreaking, there are a couple general rules you need to understand. Anytime the pup wakes up, he is fed, or he comes out of his crate, he must go outside at that time, and he can't come back inside until he's relieved himself. At 7 weeks, when you get this puppy home, it's time to start the training. We're going to begin playing fetch with pup. Good boy, good boy. At first, we're going to get him real excited about it, tease him, get him to where he'll chase it. Good boy, pup, 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 pup. Then we'll throw it out a couple feet. He's going to pick it up. We'll try to get him to come back to us. We're going to keep teasing him. I'm going to talk for a second about certain ages. The animal behaviorists have taught us that it's very important what a pup learns and how they learn as they mature. These dates are essential. Don't worry about it if your pup is a day or two behind or even ahead. All pups are different. The main thing is don't go on to the next step until the last step has been learned very well. I'm going to keep throwing bumpers out for him, the little puppy bumpers. Get him to go out and retrieve it, throw it just a couple of feet. Good boy. Good boy. Praise him and get him to come back to you. Good boy. Good boy. Give. The main thing here is you want to keep the game going. Up, 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 up. Good boy. Okay. Good dog. Good boy. Give. The quicker you throw it back out, the quicker he'll realize if he brings it back to you, the game continues. Here, pup. We never want to use food as a reward for retrieving. Always the retrieve is the reward itself. That's what the animal was bred to do, retrieve. What do you do if the pup doesn't show any interest in the bumper at all? Pick it up, shake it around in front of him and tease him with it. Or what if he drops it, doesn't want to play with it? Keep jumping around in front of him, then praise him and call him back to you. The first thing we're going to teach in obedience is sit, stay, and come. We can't teach these commands though until pup knows his name. We pick out a name, and every time we address him, we call him by his name. One day he's going to turn around when we say his name and look up at us. We know he knows his name. And on that day, it's time to start the work. We're going to teach pup sit first. After he knows that very well, we'll move on to stay and then to come. We can't teach all of them at the same time. They have to understand one, then the other. Take your time and it will happen. Just like people, these pups learn at different rates. Now we're going to teach the sit command. We're going to find us a roadside and put pup on a leash. He should be used to it by now since we've been taking him for walks in the neighborhood. We're going to call the pup to us. Come on, pup. Come on. When he gets beside us, we're going to pull up on the leash lightly and push down lightly on his bottom and say sit. Good boy, Clint. Sit. sit. Very good. We'll go walk forward some more. Come on, Clint. Sit. Pull up on the leash lightly. Good boy. Go forward again. Good pup. And sit. Push down on his bottom. Sit. Good boy. We're going to do this 4 or 5 times, and then we're going to take off and have some fun together. We're going to come back later in the day, maybe in this same area, and repeat the commands. Go through 4 or 5 sit exercises with him, and then we'll go have some more fun. And now tonight at supper time, we're going to come back and repeat it 4 or 5 more times right in front of the food bowl. We're going to teach him sit. Make him sit, and then we're going to feed him. Tomorrow, we're going to add the whistle with it. On a stormy day or over a long distance, pup may not be able to hear your voice command sit. So at this point, we're going to introduce the whistle. One single blast on the whistle will mean sit. We'll walk pup forward, pull up on the leash, blow the whistle, and pup's going to sit. This is the big test. Okay. At this point, we're going to work on teaching pup stay without a leash. We're going to tell him to sit and walk away from him just like we did before when we told him stay. Put our hand in front of his face and say stay. Stay is a very important command for the duck hunter because a disobedient or rambunctious dog can ruin everyone's day. Stay. And if he moves, we're going to take him right back to the same spot. Sit him down again. Sit. Stay. 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 This is going to be very important when we're hunting because there's going to be some exciting situations we're going to put him into when he's not going to want to stay. Just like with sit, the big test for stay is going to be at supper time. I'm going to put the puppy down on the floor, blow the whistle. For sit, we'll command stay, stay. Now put the food down. Okay, good boy. The next command we're going to teach is come. We're going to put pup on a leash, tell him to sit and stay. We're going to back out to the end of the leash and call him to us, kneeling down. Come. Good boy. Good boy. Turn him around and sit him again. Sit. Sit. Stay. Stay. We'll get to the end of the leash. We're going to call him. Come. Come. Good boy. Okay. Okay. Now, come is pretty easy to teach when you've got a young dog this age. If you've loved them and nurtured them very well, they'll want to come to you. But later on, when you're out pheasant hunting and they're smelling pheasants running through the field, they're going to want to chase that bird instead of come to you. So you'd better condition it early and condition it well. Now, after we've taught the pup sit, stay, and come, we're going to add another command, and that's heel. Heel is a positional command. That means stay beside us whether we're standing, walking, or running. We're going to put pup on the leash and take him for a walk and command him heel each time he comes beside us. He needs to come with us. If he pulls ahead, we say no, heel, and pull him back into position. If he lags behind, we say no, heel, and pull him forward into position. Heel, heel, good boy. This pup is 12 weeks old now. In 5 short weeks, you began as his mother, and you became his friend. Your role as a trainer has been set, and he has 2 purposes in life. 1, to be a good citizen in the family, and 2, to become a hunter. You'll notice that we have not scolded the pup during this training. It's been a lot of praise and love. We've nurtured his retrieving by playing fetch with him over and over. We've tried to make all of this training a lot of fun, and a whole lot of love goes into the training. Misty here. This is Misty. She's 15 weeks old. She's well into the 12 to 20 week age range when we make them into workers. At this time, we're still going to do the same sit, stay, and come drills, but from now on, it's going to be she must do the work when we tell her to. Stay. Heel. Heel. Be firm in your commands. In puppyhood, we gave them praise and lots of happy talk. Now we're going to be very serious and commanding. Her brain is adult size now. The jobs are going to be more and more difficult, what we're going to ask her to do. One very important thing is to keep your commands one-word commands. Don't use a sentence of, hey girl, come on, in here, stay. Use one word that makes it easy for the dog to pick up. The dogs will learn very quickly whether you're angry or happy by the tone of your voice and the body language. Save the shouting for later when you really need it. Stay. The dogs are going to learn quickly too whether you're going to be a pushover or not by how much you make them follow through. Girl. Good girl, Misty. Here. Heel. Good girl. Good girl. Remember how I constantly urge you to praise your dog when they were a puppy. You need to be very careful with your praise though, because quite often praise will end the command. Be very sure that your dog has done what you've asked him to do before you add that praise. Let's talk for a minute how a dog learns. There are 4 phases. 1 is teaching. We're going to take the dog and show them exactly what we want and make sure they understand that before we proceed on. It may take mechanically placing the dog in position to teach what we want. Number 2 is conditioning. In the conditioning phase, we're going to repeat the drill over and over. It will become very boring for you and for the animal, but it has to be done. Number 3 is reward. In this phase, the animal is going to learn to do the job for the reward of doing the job itself and not for the reward of praise. And finally, the 4th phase is testing. In this point, we're going to bring in as many distractions as we can, whether it's people, other dogs, birds, or bumpers, to make sure the dog will do the task we've given them in the presence of these distractions. We're going to continue to work on sit, stay, and come, but now we're going to extend the distances and times using hand and voice commands plus the whistle. Misty, heel. Misty, heel. Good girl. Here, here. I'll tell her sit, stay. No, sit. Stay, stay. Now we're going to hide from her behind the tree and see how long she will stay. Stay. Okay, now you're behind the tree. You want to check on her every once in a while and make sure she's going to stay. Gradually extend your time that you stay behind the tree. And if she should happen to break and come find you, don't get mad at her. Just walk her right back to where she came from, put her down, tell her stay, and come back and extend your time some more. Now we're going to extend the commands sit, stay, and come using the whistle. This will be very important during upland hunting when she's out ranging a great distance away. Stay. Misty, come. Misty, come. Good girl. Here, here, here. Come, come. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Okay, go back away a little further and collar. Misty, come. Okay, if she refuses, we're going to go out and grab her collar and say, come, Misty, come, come. Good girl, come. Okay, heel. Sit. Good girl. We're going to gradually incorporate sit and stay into the single whistle blast. Misty, come. Misty, come. As the dog progresses in her extended commands on land, drop by the pond and see how she does in water. Now, pups learn to swim at different ages. We want to take them down to the pond time to time and encourage them to swim, see if they'll get in on their own. Let's not try the sink or swim method. If they decide to be a little slow and don't want to get in the water, put on your waders, walk out, and tease them. Hey, Misty. Hey, Misty. Encourage them in. You can see how tentative she is about getting in. Come on, Misty. Let's go. Good girl. Okay. Come on, girl. Here. Gradually, they'll come in. Throw them a little short retrieve. Good girl, Misty. Good girl. Okay. Good girl. That's a good girl. Here, Misty. Here. Hop, 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 hop. Come on, girl. Here. Hop, 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 hop. Atta girl. Hop, 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 hop. Come on, girl. Let's go. Hop, 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 hop. Come on, Misty. Good girl. Put on a show. Get her as excited as you can get her. Tease her. Do whatever you have to get her in the water. But let her come in the water on her own. Good girl, Misty. Come on, girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Normally they'll go out to about their chest and then stop. Keep teasing them. Eventually they'll go on and swim all the way. Good girl, let's go. Eventually she'll swim out on her own. And when she does, you're ready to take her on for further water work. All right, good girl, Misty. Okay. We want to always keep the short retrieves going. It keeps their enthusiasm up. Hop, 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 hop. And at the 12 to 20 week range, extend the distance of your retrieves and throw the bumper into some covers where she'll have to use her nose to find it. Good girl, Misty, good girl. Okay. Hop, hop. Have the dog retrieve a stiff brush. This will teach her to later not bite down on a bird. Heel, sit. Now we're going to teach your dog hold command. Hold does not come built into the dogs like the retrieving instinct does. But before you start teaching hold, make sure your dog is retrieving very enthusiastically. You want to put her at heel, tell her sit and stay. We're going to throw the bumper out and send her on. Misty. When she picks it up, we're going to back up and tell her come, hold, come, hold, 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 no, sit. Good girl. Hold. Tap her under the chin if she forgets. And remind her to hold. Good girl. Hold. Good girl. Take your time. This may come slowly, but take your time and it will come. At about 16 weeks, be prepared for your dog's progress to slow down. What's happening is they're becoming teenagers. At this point, don't try to teach them anything new. Go back to what you've already taught them and do lots of repetitions. This is a wonderful time to go back over obedience and polish up those points. Jumping will be considered a no-no, and anytime the dog jumps up on us, we want to grab their paws and flip them over backwards. Later, a knee in the chest will discourage this. Always follow these with the command no. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Okay, at around 12 weeks, you're ready to start learning the skills that apply directly to retrieving. This is Megan. She's an old hand at this. We're going to use her to show you what a dog should do. Be patient with your dog. It may not come as quickly, but it will come. Alec, let me tell you what we mean by marked retrieve. On a marked retrieve, the dog gets the opportunity to see where the bird fell on the ground and mark that spot. That works well for one retrieve, but what happens when there's 2 or maybe 3 birds that come down at once, and one of them is stunned, and we need to pick it up first? How do we tell the dog which one we want them to pick up first? It's called the setup. We're going to use Megan's body alignment to direct her where we want her to go. Right now you can see she's not lined up facing the direction we are. Heel. We're going to use heel position to get her in line. Now her spine and her head are in line with the direction we're facing. We'll throw a bumper out for her. Keep her line right. We're going to cast her with our hand down. Megan. Good girl. Okay, heel. And sit. Give. This was very simple. We're doing it on land with the bumper right in front of her now. With enough conditioning, she will do just as well in the water. Hop, hop, hop. Now we're going to move out into an open field and work on the single marked retrieve. Ultimately, your dog will do this on their own. But now we're going to tie in sit, stay, come, and the hold command that we've already taught the dog. We're going to get the dog at heel. We're going to blow the whistle to make her sit. And now we're going to tell her stay, Megan. We're going to throw the bumper out. Now that we're sure she stayed, we're going to put her hand down and say, Megan, to send her. Pick it up. Good girl, come, come. Hold, sit, hold, and give. Good girl. That's a good girl. This is a drill you can practice in the yard or out in an open area such as we're in today. But you can only throw the bumper so far yourself. After that, you're going to need somebody else to help you to extend your dog's distances. Now we've got a friend out in the field who's going to throw the bumpers for us, but at the same time we're going to introduce the dog to duck calls and gunfire. He's going to blow the duck call, throw the bumper, and fire the gun. If your dog should happen to be sensitive to the gun, it's at a far distance and won't hurt their ears as bad. Plus, he's going to be retrieving during this time, which will also make the transition to gunfire much easier. Now that we know she's steady, put her hand down to send her and Megan. The dog must learn to work in all kinds of terrain. She must practice finding the fall in thick underbrush, after crossing roads, and going up hillsides. In each case, she'll have to use her nose to find the bumper. At about 12 weeks, let's try this. Put out about half a dozen of your best decoys in the front yard. Take your dog, Misty, heel, heel. Walk her out through them. Let her smell them, walk around them. Good girl. Get used to them. Good girl. Heel, heel, and sit. Make her stay. We're going to throw the first bumper right into the decoys. Misty. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Sit. Now the next time we're going to throw the bumper all the way through the decoys. Misty. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Good girl. As the dog gets good with the single march retriever on land, take her to water. See how well she does there. Sit. Stay. Gradually increase the distances. Create some hazards. Make her swim through the decoys. As she gets better, make her swim all the way across and go up into the cover on the far bank to make the retrieve. At some point, we're going to need to introduce either canoes or boats to our pup. Take them down to the water's edge and try to get them into the boat by encouraging with a bumper or just using obedience. When they get in and get settled down, throw a few retrieves for them. Hey, hop, 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 hop. If you've got a little boy dog, be especially careful of his hook when he goes over the edge. Good girl, here. Good girl, here. When they come back to the boat's edge, get the bumper out before you try to get them to enter the boat. Help them up if you need to, and they'll pull themselves in. If not, give a little heave-ho and pull them over the back. Good girl. Okay, good girl.
Your dog is about 20 weeks old. So far, we focused mostly on waterfowl skills. Upland hunters, you haven't wasted any time. All these skills apply to both water and upland retrieving. Now we'll get into some specific upland skills. But don't start a dog on upland work until he's firm on his duck hunting commands.
You want to find you a field that has a road through it. Get you a duck or a pheasant, pull some flight feathers out, they'll grow back. Tell your dog to sit and stay. Walk out a little ways. You'll give the bird time enough to run off. Send his ducks focused on it. Find it with his nose. Good boy, duck, find it. Okay. Hold it. Good boy. Hold it. We're going to start teaching the dogs how to quarter a field. That is, to go out into the field, find scent, and follow that scent. We don't want to start teaching this until the retrieving skills are going very well. We're going to use a different set of commands here too. We're going to command the dog to hunt them up instead of sending them out on their name. One of the best ways we found to start this is just by taking the dog for a walk. Come on, Maggie, hunt him up. Hunt him up. And you'll see she's lagging behind me a little bit. Anytime the dog lags behind, we want to turn and face him and tell him, hunt him up. Good girl. Okay, come around, come around. Hunt him up, hunt him up. Good girl. Hunt him up, hunt him up, hunt him up. To gradually start to teach the dogs the distance they can go from us in the field. And we're going to use all of our obedience commands to do that. Good girl, Maggie. Hunt him up, hunt him up, hunt him up. What we're trying to create here is a zigzag pattern through the field. Now, this is kind of artificial in the setting we're in. But once the dog learns the pattern and you take him out into a big, heavy cover field where there's pheasants, they'll already know the pattern and know how to cover the field properly. Next, we're going to teach the dog to obey the whistle at any distance. Now, this drill is the lead-in for future training. We're going to sit the dog out in front of us, tell them to stay. We have a helper out in the field with a pistol and a pigeon. He's going to throw the bird on signal and fire. When we're sure the dog's been steady, we'll command duck. Call it back to us. He must obey the come command, hold, sit. At this point, we're going to quarter the dog into the trap. Hunt him up, hunt him up. All of this leads up to what we're working towards, and that is the dog being steady on the flush or when the bird flies off. If the dog would chase the bird during the flight, it'd be very unsafe. Good boy. Here, heel, heel. Now we're going to teach the in here command. Go out into a field, find you a brushy area that would be likely to hold some type of bird. Command the dog in here, in here. If he hesitates, walk into the cover with him. Come on, duck, in here, in here. Encourage the dog to hunt this cover by standing in the cover with him. Good duck, good duck. Here, in here. Hunt him up, duck, hunt him up, hunt him up, hunt him up. Let's go, hunt him up, hunt him up. Hunt him up, hunt him up, hunt him up. In here. Good dog. Okay. 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 Hunt him up, hunt him up, hunt him up. Duck.
Now we're coming to the last phase of training, teaching your dog to handle. The discipline of guiding your dog as directly as possible to the fall is what handling's all about. It is the ultimate objective for hunting retrievers. Conservation is one of the most important contributions of a well-trained dog. When a bird falls, even when the dog didn't see where it landed, you can command the dog to find it. We call that a blind retrieve. With hand and whistle signals, you direct the dog close enough to where his nose can go to work. Handling a dog, telling it where to go, means fewer birds are lost. Why waste game? Charlie is handling a grandmaster hunting retriever with a lot of experience.
Now we're going to teach you how to do it. Handling begins with an exercise Richard termed baseball. This begins somewhere in the 12 to 20 week age range. Your dog should be very proficient at sit, stay, and come at this point. They should have already retrieved hundreds, if not thousands, of bumpers by now. Should have been working with pigeons and ducks by now, probably. They should be able to swim. There's not a particular day that you should begin on this, but you're going to have to determine when your dog is ready. You need an area that's going to be open to start this with no distractions. Something like your mowed front yard or a clean field to work in. We will start off by creating an imaginary baseball diamond on this area. You take the dog at heel, walk her out to the pitcher's mound. You stop the dog and sit her with the sit whistle. Walk back to home plate. Throw your bumper to first base. Ensure she's going to stay. To catch the dog to first base, put your right arm out and step to your right with a rousing over. Girl, Megan. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Walk her back to the pitcher's mound. Sit her with the sit whistle. Walk back to home plate. Throw the bumper to third base. You go to third base, put your left arm out, and step with the rousing over. Step and release her again. Megan, here. Good girl, come. Heel. She sits, delivers. Walk her back to the pitcher's mound. Heel. Megan, here. Heel. Go back to home plate. And on this exercise, we're going to go to second base. If she should happen to break, use your whistle to stop her. You cast her back with the right hand over your head and a rousing back. Girl, Megan. Good. And sit. Now, just because your dog does this the first time you show it to them doesn't mean they know how to do it. You need to condition this drill over and over to where it becomes a conditioned habit. Gradually make it more and more difficult. You need to be real consistent with your right, left, and back casting here. You're trying to teach the dog the skills it's going to need to run a blind later on. Now we're going to test how well your dog understands sit, stay, and come with the whistle commands. This drill is called stop control. We throw the bumper to second base. Going to send her with Megan. Stop her, cast her back. Stop her again, cast her back. Stop her again, cast her back. When you can stop your dog right on top of this bumper, you know very well that she understands sit and stay. Back. Good girl, Maggie. Good girl. Okay, sit. Sit. Now you're ready for the water. After the dogs are doing their lessons well on land, we're going to stop by the pond, see how they're doing in the water. Going to try a little stop control drill here on water just to see how well she'll do it. Sit. Sit. We know she'll stay. We're going to cast her with back. We'll stop her with a whistle, make her answer the whistle, and cast her back. Stop her again. When she turns back to look at us, we'll cast her back. She turns back to us. Back. Make her look at us and cast her back. Now we know that she'll listen to us on water just as well as she did on land. Good girl. Good girl. So what do you do when you hit a second bird down? Go back to your baseball pattern. Put Megan at pitcher's mound, heel. Tell her to sit. You walk to home plate. Throw one to first. You throw one to third. At first we're going to cater to her instincts, which is to go to the last bird down. We're going to step and cast her over. Girl, Maggie, here. She comes back to home plate. We're going to send her back to first base. Megan. Good girl. Okay, here. Heel. Yeah, good girl. Heel. We'll walk her back to the pitcher's mound. Heel. Megan, heel. Heel. Go back to home plate. And this time we're going to make it a little more difficult. We're going to throw one to first base. We're going to throw one to third base, but instead of let her pick up the last one down, we're going to make her pick up the first one. Over. Good girl, Megan. Here. Sit. Give. Megan. Good girl, Megan. Here. And sit. Good girl. Give. Walk her back to the pitcher's mound. Heel. Megan, heel. Go back to home plate. And now we're going to mix it up. We're going to throw one to third base. We're going to throw one to second base. Make her pick up the one at second base. Back. Good girl, Maggie. Good girl. Yeah, and sit. On another day, we're going to put bumpers out at all three bases and mix up the casting order. Megan, heel. Heel. Back. Good girl. We always want to make the game of baseball fun. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Yeah. girl. Next, we're going to teach lining. You can begin this just as soon as you finish baseball. Now, Richard termed this lining to Philadelphia because if your dog believed you, he'd line all the way to Philadelphia. We're going to mow a 200-yard long path in a field. Megan, heel. Then we're going to leave the starting point, which was home plate. We're going to walk out to second base now, and second base is going to be about 200 yards ahead of us. And when we get to second base, we're going to lay a bumper down. And now we're going to walk all the way back to home plate, laying a bumper down about every 10 yards on the return trip. Heel. Go, Megan, heel. This is a drill that will teach the dog how to go pick up things they did not see fall. We're going to take the dog all the way back to home plate and start the drill from there. When we get back to home plate, we're going to send Megan to pick up the last bumper we laid down, which is the bumper nearest to us. Dead bird. Back! And now we're going to send her after each bumper that we laid down for her to pick up one at a time. Dead bird. Back! After she's running the line very well, we're going to put all of the bumpers at the end of the line. Now she'll trust us because there's always been a bumper there for her when we sent her. Dead bird. Back! Girl, Maggie. Girl. Sit. Dead bird. Back! Just because your dog will line on land doesn't necessarily mean that they'll take a good line in water. Take them to the pond's edge. Set them up and cast them. Dead bird. Back. When they've gone out a little ways, throw a bumper out in front of them to reward them for taking the proper line. Gradually, we want to increase these distances and get the dog going further and further until they go all the way across the pond. Now, let's do a little final work. This is how you line your dog up when they didn't see a bird go down. It's a drill that's called line around the clock. We're going to take 4 bumpers. We're going to throw one to second base while we're standing on the pitcher's mound. We're going to throw one to third base. We'll throw one to first base and one back to home plate. After you've got all of them out, we're going to use our setup that we've taught the dog, making sure their spine and head are in line. Back. Good girl. Yeah. Now move over to third base. Sit. Now we're going to go to first base. Back. Good girl. Heel. Now we're going to add more hours to the clock. We're going to put one out at each place in between first base, second base, and third base. And cast the dog with the setup. Back. Good girl. Heel. Heel. Set her up. Sit. Cast her. Back. Good girl. Heel. Back. Good girl. Heel. Now heel. Sit. Back. Girl. When your dog can figure out which of the 8 bumpers you want, you can be sure that she'll follow your setup and your line in the water. The last exercise we're going to teach is called double T. Now your dog needs to be very proficient at lining to Philadelphia and baseball before you begin this. The heel. We call this drill double T because we mow 2 cross bars across our line to Philadelphia. Heel. You and the dog walk to the end of the crossbar. Lay out a bumper at the end of the crossbar. No, heel. Walk back down the crossbar, laying out bumpers just like you did in the lining to Philadelphia drill. Heel. Now we're ready to start the drill. We're going to get the dog into position. Heel. Sit. Good boy. Now we're going to send him down the line with dead bird. Back. We're going to stop him at the first crossbar and cast him to the left. Over. Now we're going to send him down the line again, but this time we're going to cast him right on the first crossbar. Back. Over. This time we're going to send him down to the second crossbar and stop him and cast him. Heel. Dead bird. Back. Over. Now each time you send the dog down and stop him at a cross arm, send him left or right until you've picked up all of the bumpers on that cross arm. Over. After you have taught the dog that the bumpers are on the cross arm, move all of your bumpers out to the end of the cross arm, just like we did in lining to Philadelphia. Back. Over. I hope that you have noticed that during all these handling drills, we have been releasing the dogs on the command back. We're going to use back to send the dog to pick up something they did not see fall. When they pick up a marked retrieve, we're going to release them on their name. This time when we send him down the line, we're going to stop him at the cross arm and give him a back cast. Give him a straight up right back. He will turn to his right and go to the very end of the line. If we give him a straight up left back, he's to turn to his left and go straight back. This is very important when you're trying to direct their line. Dead bird. Back! 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 Now this time, we're going to send him all the way to the end of the line. We don't want him to think he's supposed to stop until we blow the whistle. And if you start stopping the dog every time he goes out, he will start stopping on his own. Good boy, here. Dead bird. We're starting on a journey from a 7-week-old puppy to a finished retriever. Now there are going to be a lot of steps along the way, but be assured that each little exercise will contribute to the final goal.
This is what it's all about. A man, his dog, and his good friends. The payoff is in the duck blind on the first day of hunting season.
6 drakes?
6 drakes.
Not a bad day. Not a bad day.
You glance at your dog and mentally pat yourself on the back. This dog knows her stuff and she's ready to go.
Don't let it whoop it.
Yeah, wait till Jill.
You're not
a
too
little
tired
poodle
after all
whoops
that
it.
shooting, are you?
Go home and rub his shoulder.
All right, guys, let's go to the house.
She's your friend. She's a member of your family. And she's a first-rate hunting retriever. You two have done it together.
How many times you have to shoot at it?
Once. I'm only allowed to shoot once.
You just got one shot on your gun?
It's kind of like Barney Fife. Just when you got
I'll
your
bring coffee. Y'all bring this.
Yeah.
Where'd y'all go? Way to go out.
A few hours ago, here was 70 pounds of dynamic energy poised to hit the water on your command.
Mark,
Now she's the family pet,
back here bright and early.
hanging out until somebody wants to go for a walk. She's your dog. She's a game dog.